Welcome to BizFrankTalk. My name is Derek. In today's episode, we're going to look at 6 frank ways of taking your product to the market. Every day, now and then, I meet entrepreneurs who says, how do I take my product to the market? We have this wonderful product, but we just want access to market. But the question is your product ready for the market that you're looking for? So we're just going to look at 6 ways in which you can make your product ready for the market and how the market can respond to your product based on the things that you need to do. Number 1, meet all the compliance requirements. Every country has its own compliance requirements and every industry has compliance requirements. So you need to know what are the requirements that you need to meet with regard to the product that you're coming up with. If your product is within the hazardous goods or it's within the health or within the mining sector, you need to know what kind of packaging, how do you need to prepare your product, what kind of regulations you need to meet in terms of your ISO, in terms of your SABS standards. So you need to know those things. You need to be well informed. You need to do research on those things. And you need to understand, some people have a product, right? But they don't know what is the size of the product, how many grams, how many kilograms, and all that. These are the simple things that you have to understand. If you're into manufacturing, you need to understand what is the texture, what is the quality, the type of the grams in your t-shirts that you're producing. You cannot just produce goods that you don't even have specifications. So if you work on the specifications of your business or your product, you would know exactly what requirements you need to meet, what standards you need to meet for your product to be in the market so that you don't have complaints, especially in the food industry. You take your product to the food industry, people get sick because it's got some content that may not be acceptable. And people get sick and then you get sued or the products get recalled. So you don't want those things to happen to you. So you need to work on compliance to understand all the standards, all the measures, everything, as even your ingredients in some of the product. You need to know what is it that should not come into this product. Because there are certain paints in some countries you'd find that it's not allowed for you to use. So you need to know those things. You need to know those regulations so that you can be able to take your product to the market. The way number 2, design your branding and packaging very well. It's not about the product. It's about the service. But the service has to be linked to your packaging, has to be linked to your brand. When people read the outside, or when they look at your product, when they look at the colors, when they look at how you packaged it, does it appeal to the client? When you look at the packaging itself, does it speak to the client? Can a client identify with your product? You need to work on those things. It's not about the product. Oh no, people love my product. They can use it anyhow. You can have a best testing archer. But if your packaging does not match, you may lose clients because they will not be attracted. It will not be appealing to them. They will still choose some archer that may not be a good quality, but because it's packaged very well. So for any product, any goods that you're selling, you need to invest much in your packaging and your product. And that will come through your R&D, research and development, that you would have worked on your product prior to making it ready for the market. Number 3, do a product survey. It's quite interesting. A lot of people would say, hey, we have developed this product, it looks cool and it does 1, 2, 3, but you have not even given one person, be it in your family or be friends or whoever, to just taste it or to just use it to see if really people would like this product. Yes, you don't have to invest a lot of money in doing research out there, doing your survey out there. You can use your family, you can use your friends, but you don't have to tell them it's your product if you want to get an honest opinion. Just bring it. If they are too critical about it, maybe you will drop it. because you would have gotten it. But you need to understand, people who say no, there are those who will say yes. But at the end of the day, those who say no doesn't mean that you have to drop the idea. It means that you have to develop and improve on what they say no to. And you need to ask them, why do you say no? Why do you say it's not a good product? And take notes on that. Don't try to argue and defend it. Please listen, learn to listen, and be able to develop your product to the standard that's needed. Number 4, get a distribution company or have a network of distributors. I know a lot of people would want to knock doors. I get a lot of people to say, you know what, would you please connect me with this big retailer, please? Do you know somebody there? There are a lot of distribution companies that you can get out to and that can list your product. But obviously for them to list your product, they need to make sure that it's meeting the standard, it's compliant, and also the packaging, it's appealing and all that, because they want it to be in their brand categories, in their brand listing, so that they can go to the clients and list it and sell it. But they don't want to struggle because you did not do the basic work on the ground. So you need to work on a proper distribution channels that you can use for your product. If you can't get distributors, distribution company that can do that, you can get individuals that are sales reps and who can sell your product. But don't take advantage, because these people may be going for money, they just looking for money, the commission and all that, and then they take the business, the product that is not ready for the market, and then take it out there to the market. Because the reputation, it's on you. The damage will come back to you. So you need to be very careful, because when clients start complaining, they are going to disown your product. They would say, no, we don't know about this. No, we're just sales reps. No, we're deceived actually. We're meant to believe that this is quality, but we realize now that you're showing us that it's not quality. So you need to make sure that you get distribution company or distributors that are reliable and that will be credible in terms of promoting your business. In terms of distribution company also, you need to have capacity to know that you can supply, because you cannot expect a distributor to go and speak to big retailer. A big retailer needs volumes. And here you are, you can't produce huge volumes. So it goes back to them to say, who did you bring on board now? So you need to do that. But also big retailers, they trust much when it's through distribution, because they know that the distributors have done their homework in checking, doing the check in terms of the things. Do you have a barcode? Because this is very important. Barcode is very important, because a lot of businesses or a lot of people, they want to go to distributors. Their items do not even have a barcode. They do not even apply for a barcode. So you need to have a barcode so that when it gets to the retailers, they'll be able to scan it. They don't have time to enter. And remember, every time they enter, they charge you, actually. If the barcode is wrong, they charge you, because you're taking their time of their staff. So you need to be very careful on these things. Make sure you've got your barcode, you have got your pricing right, and everything, you have worked it properly, so that when your product goes to the market, the product is ready. Number 5, do a product launch through media and live events. You need to launch your product. You need to launch your product. You need to launch your product. I have to repeat this, because remember, this is the product that's new in the market. And if you do a nice, be it a soft launch or be it a massive launch, you will have people that would come, you give them packages, they would go and test the product. Some of them, they will test it on the spot, and then they will go and talk about it. So when you launch your product, you are creating a marketing team, ambassadors that will go out there and tell others about your product. But also, you need to understand that the more you talk about your product before, the more you make it the market aware. Prepare the market, make them ready. By the time the product comes, they already know that, okay, there is this product that's coming. You need to also learn to reach out to the media. Have friends in the media space where you can even advertise, or you can have an article written about your product. So these are the things that the platforms that you can use in terms of promoting your product and making sure that it's out there. Number 6, work on continuous marketing and promotion of your product. Do not say we have launched the product, it's at big retailers, it's at a shop, so we don't need to market, we don't need to advertise, we don't need to promote it. You can say that, you can do that. But guess what? People, when they walk into the shop, they may not pick your product. So it's very important to do a continuous marketing, do a continuous promotion of your product, do a continuous advertising of your product. Don't stop on that. And if you can, get merchandisers in the shops where they can give people to test your product and to see your product, and so that you can promote your product. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we had for today. And please don't forget to subscribe on our platform, and don't forget to click like on our platform. You can throw a comment, we'll come back to you. This is BizFrankTalk with Nzabi Derek, and looking forward to having you next time. Please go and make money, go and work hard, go and promote that business, and go and do your business proud. And God bless you, and God bless your business. Thank you very much.